Okay,
because
here's Cru May
because
actually right
yes,
now.
okay,
Yay! Hello.
we got
Hey, what's
you.
going on, ladies?
Oh,
What's going on,
nice. Okay,
ladies?
great. Hi,
Where are
welcome.
you?
Thank.
Well, I'm in New York.
Oh, all right. Great, great.
Actually, you look like you're chilling in a really cool lounge right
Yeah.
now.
This is my studio. This is my studio. This is
Nice.
Oh,
my
nice.
safe haven. You know.
I'm
Oh,
impressed.
very,
I'm
very
impressed.
good.
Well, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to the Ovis red carpet. I'm wondering actually, like how did you get involved with ZapLife and show up here tonight to be able to do this?
So I make videos. I'm a media producer as well. So some people saw my videos. They wanted me to, get on and see what I could do, show my talent, and I thought, why not? And then Ariel reached out to me. He set it up, and I was like, yeah, I'm down for this. Like, what you guys stand for aligns with what I stand for, and it's in accord with Zap Life too. So it's like a match made in heaven, technically.
Yeah, we kind of feel that way. This is why we wanted to launch at the same time with Zap Life because we have a lot of the core values, the same values, the transparency and the verification and the control. You must want as an artist over yourself and your content and your creativity. When you found out about Zap Life, and the more you started to learn about it after Ariel, who is one of our producers, by the way, whose daughter is a 12-year-old phenomenal DJ. She's
She's good.
amazing. She's so cute. But I'm curious as an artist what you think of the platform and the tools it's giving you to be able to have more control and creative control over your content.
Ooh, first off, I love creative control. This is why I'm a creative. I'm in control of my own life, and I love being in control of my own life in all aspects. So when I ran across Zap Life, this was like the perfect combination because I'm on Instagram, I'm on other platforms. I don't get paid to be on those other platforms.
Right.
Like technically, I'm just doing it for free, and I'm making them a lot of money. But I'm in the realm of like financial freedom, and I believe in that. I'm the possibility of that. I like to really say I'm the possibility of love, connectivity, and financial freedom. These are the things that I want to show up in my life. So when I look at Zap Life, they're giving love to the melanated people, to the melanated queens and kings of the community, upbuilding, uplifting, and really being there, being a support factor. And I wanted to be a part of that because I want to also be that for the next generation. It's not just about me, it's about the generation that's coming up after us too.
Well, that's how we feel too about Ovis and the news that we're going to provide on our platform in the community. The way you feel about your content and the passion you feel about your content and controlling it and making sure it's true and it's genuine. We're doing the same thing with Ovis. We're passionate journalists who have seen the corporate media have its influence on what news used to be and what it has become. So this is our passion. This is our art. We may not be as cool as you, but it's our passion and our art.
I do want to
And
point out one thing, actually. I mean, I'm pretty cool, but
what's
that's not what
that?
I'm pointing out. Ovis is, I mean, we are an extremely diverse organization. I mean, you were talking about the melanated people. I mean, Ovis, we are the majority of Ovis is made up of people of color. So, yeah, we're
From all over the
all over the
world.
world. We are taking the world by
Yes.
storm, just like you.
Yes, yes. But I did want to ask you, as a young man, as an artist, what your thoughts are on what the news has become and what you expected it to be. I'm really curious about what young people like yourself think about it and what it's turned into, especially right now during this crazy election season.
Yeah, I love the fact that you're bringing this up. This is basically a topic that I usually talk about with family and friends, and honestly, they get tired of hearing it. They're tired of hearing me talk about these topics. But the news is supposed to be a source of enlightenment. A source of light and positivity and shining. Um, the light on things, basically bringing stuff to our attention. And the main thing that the news does that I really just don't appreciate is basically fear mongering. Like everything about the news is based upon fear and what can go wrong. I mean, there's tremendous success stories, but they don't shed light on it. They shed light on how many people were killed. They shed light on these stories of tragedy. And what it's turned into is really a hot mess. It's basically like a scripted television show. It's just a show. It's entertainment.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Elsa and I have talked about this over and over again. I mean, we became journalists because we wanted to tell the truth. We wanted to tell interesting stories that actually were based on truth. And over the years, that goal got farther and farther away because the corporate media and the people who
Yeah.
were running the places where we worked, that's not what they were looking for. And they decided that that's not what audiences were looking for, and
Well, they decided for
yes,
the audiences
exactly.
that's not what they're looking for. Instead of letting the audience tell them, "Hey, cover our communities. Hey, cover these important stories." Hey, it's become about appeasing corporate execs and getting the clicks,
Right.
right? So we found ourselves chasing trees down and car chases and stuff that ultimately doesn't really make a big difference in people's lives. But I know that you, as an artist, care about making a difference in people's lives, and you use your art, I'm sure, your talent to do that. And I'd like to know what you're going to be doing tonight when you perform. Maybe give your fans some insight on what you're going to perform tonight, or maybe any exclusive information you want to share with us.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. So originally, I thought we were performing, but as I got word, we're not really performing tonight. Maybe it could be tomorrow or something like that. But tonight, basically, what we're doing is showcasing our music. So we'll
Ah,
select
okay.
some of our songs, and they'll play 60 seconds of it, and just kind of let people get a taste of what we have to offer. You know, and that's really what's going on tonight. But I did have something planned. I was actually getting people together. I was going to shoot like a video, have a whole music video basically in a live version. So I had like two actresses, and I had my cameraman,
Oh,
and I
wow.
have my whole scene and things set up, and I was gonna walk through it and have a whole presentation. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn that vision I have for the live into an actual video. So it's
That's
always
great.
something good that comes from everything basically.
Absolutely.
How
Gosh, I miss
cool.
music videos. Remember, Elsa, when we used to be able to turn on
Yes.
MTV?
Back in our day, we had MTV, right?
Right.
Yes. Oh, I used to run home and watch I mean, first thing I'd turn on after school was MTV. We've gotten away from that
Yes.
too, from just watching the
But
artists
in a way,
put
getting
fun
away
stuff
from
up.
that has been good because there's so much more music out there that we would never have seen on MTV or VH1 or whatever. I mean, especially when it comes to hip hop, as
Oh,
and
yeah.
house music, and I mean, they
Yes.
never ever showed videos like that. So now you're
Well,
making them on your own. You're making those videos.
not until Yo MTV Raps, which was my favorite.
Mine too. Mine too.
But yes, there was definitely a struggle to have a place to showcase those
Definitely.
artists that are still popular
Now, I'm
today.
Right, right.
curious, what's your voting plan? Have you already voted, or are you getting ready on Tuesday to get out there?
Yeah, I don't even know yet. I have to be everything I do. Total transparency. So, yeah, I don't even know yet. Like to be totally transparent, I can't really vote for either one of the guys. I can't vote for Biden. I can't vote for Trump. It seems like a lose-lose situation. I'm looking for someone from the independent party to step up. I'm looking for someone with a real voice for the community, a real voice for the people in the inner cities. These two
Right.
guys, there's no disrespect to them. They got their own families and they're doing what they want to do. But I haven't seen a president that really cared about the people. So until I see that, I'm not really voting for these two guys or those two parties.
Right. Well,
So,
it's interesting that you say that. I know that there are other people out there who say that, and the problem is a lot of them said that in 2016 and then didn't vote. And I'm not sure. Do you like where the United States is right now based on Who ended up winning?
So this is like a catch 22 type of thing. It's like you choose one, but the same result happens, right? Like it's such a big discrepancy between pay. Like these guys are making 300K plus, and then you have average families who are making $3, 300. That's come on, that doesn't add up. I like if we're voting people in, they should have our best interests. At the same time, like we need money. Like people, we need money, like to survive. And money is not allocated properly within our communities. And I'm not standing for that. So I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like one of the two are good. They don't care about what we want to do in the world, and I'm not gonna go for that. So like I'd rather choose someone who's really about the people and about change.
I'd like to ask, knowing that you do have very strong feelings about what you're witnessing happening right now, not just in the news, but in politics, um, what do you think the state of news is right now during this absolutely crazy time that seems to be filled with a lot of misinformation and disinformation? As a young man, people in your age group, where it must be frustrating to ask yourself, where do you turn for some accurate information and unbiased information?
Yeah, that's I think we struggle with that because the news has turned into a big ball of programming. So it's literally directing us to behave a certain way and to interact a certain way. And for me, it's hard to turn to different outlets as far as like big corporations because at the end of the day the almighty dollar usually becomes the bottom line,
Yep.
especially if you start making success and making waves, or even if you want to have success, you're yearning to have connections. And so these connections kind of put your beliefs and what you really want to stand for on the back burner. So then you don't really show up as the person you want to show up. You show up as the person you think you should show up as. And this has culminated into a whole society where people don't believe in themselves. People are frustrated. We have a whole lot of crime. We have a lot of things in disarray, and there's no harmony. So, if anything, I was to say, I would look to my individual peers. I would look to people who go through a similar struggle, but also people who go through struggles I have no clue about. So I'm looking at the people that's in my circle.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I hope you have a good set tonight and tomorrow. We'll be looking for you tomorrow as well. I want to see what you're up to, what you can do out there. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Really, thank you again, Cru. We appreciate it, and much love and luck to you in showcasing your work.
Okay. I want to say one last thing because I did notice I was listening to the interviews. I want you two to know how much courage it takes to be here and setting this new standard of news and outlets. And also, I heard you two mention how you might be old or things like that. No, you're not old. You're old when you die. You
Uh,
two are very young.
yeah.
Like let's embrace it.
We
We're
we
living
were
right now.
kidding. We're
Embrace the
feeling
life.
pretty young. We're feeling young.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. That is very nice of you to say.
That's very
That's the best
sweet
thing
of
I've
you,
heard all
Cru.
day.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. And again, have a great time. And we hope to see you on the platform.
Definitely.
All right.
And join us on Ovis News. I was going to tell him definitely join us on Ovis.news